Hello, friends. I just wanted to tell you a little story. Uh, most of my videos are, you know, are upbeat or telling little stories or think something. This is not that. This is sometimes my condition gets the best of me. So last night I went to a pub that I go to. Sometimes I was watching the baseball, and I was watching sometimes hockey. I meet some friends there that I know by name, and I become familiar to the people who come to this little pub. And the bartender and the waitress, very good. They're very beautiful people. Anyway, so I go to the bar. I hadn't been out for like about 2 weeks, just because I was hibernating, and it was just uh, too much to put makeup on, so I wasn't even leaving. Then yesterday I was like, fuck the makeup. Anyway, so I went and have a little drink. So I had a little drink, and I was sitting beside a person that I have never met at the bar, and the question always comes as we started talking, and he said, "Oh, where are you from?" Now, this I usually say, "I'm from Hamilton. I'm third generation Canadian. English is the only language I speak. My people are from Britain, and I have something called foreign accent syndrome, and so I sound like I'm from Eastern European." Anyway, and normal people like, "Oh, I never heard about that," and I'm like, "Well, that's normal because it's a very rare condition I have, this foreign accent syndrome." Anyway, now this man, he said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Hamilton." He said, "Bullshit." He said, "Bullshit." He said, "You're from Poland. You're Polish." I said, "I'm not from Poland." And he said, "No." He said, "I can tell you're from maybe Russia. You from Russia?" I say, "I'm not from Russia." And I say, "I usually am like from Hamilton, blah blah blah." And he was like, "You can't tell me that you're not from Russia." I was so agitated. I was so angry with this man because he was aggressive in telling me that I'm a liar. And he didn't give me time or the space to do an explanation. Anyway, I was I was very agitated. I was shaking, uh, and then he's still starting to have a little conversation with me, trying to pick me up. He said, "Oh, how is this like for your husband?" I said, "I don't have a husband." All right, so he's trying to pick me up. So that's okay because I'm beautiful, so of course. Anyway, and then he says, "I'll tell you something about me. I'm 52. How old are you?" What? My goodness. How rude to ask this question. You're meeting somebody. I said, "It's none of your business." He said, "Oh," he said, I have good respect for you because I would have less, more respect if you, because you didn't answer to the question." I said, "I don't need your respect." I was so agitated because he was so telling me that I'm from Poland. Anyway, so I just put my money on the bar and I said, please just give me my change. I was so agitated I left. And I was anyway. Meet my roommates and I told them I'm just I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of telling the story because every sound comes out of my mouth isn't mine. My voice is gone. My voice, I don't have access to it. So every time I meet somebody, I have to do this explanation. And I know it sounds crazy. I understand. I know. I would think that I'm crazy too. Anyway, my point of doing this little video, I'm going to wallow just a little bit. I'm wallowing a little bit. 2 years I've been having this condition, apraxia of speech, expressive aphasia, phonics, and syndrome. And most days I'm very good. I have good sense of humor. I can make fun of myself with my words not making sense. I know this, but last night, I was so hurt. I was so hurt, and it just sounded. I was so tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of doing the explanation every time I meet somebody, having to have this voice come out of my mouth that I don't even recognize. And that makes me very sad. Nobody, you don't know what things are happening with other people's house condition. My condition is complicated, but is visible. If I broke my arm and had a cast and I met somebody, they would say, oh, what happened to your arm? I say, oh my goodness, I slipped on the ice, I broke my arm. Explanation finished. Mine is every time I open my mouth, it's complicated. Imagine that I just say, I'm from Hamilton, and leave it at that. That that doesn't make sense. That they would say, where, but where your accent come from? I have to go through the whole explanation. It's tiring. I'm just tired. That's all. I'm going to wallow a little bit. I decided that today is a day that I'm not going to talk. No talking. I don't want to have any conversations with anyone because I hate what comes out of my mouth. But I wanted to share this with you. And I wanted to say, I'm very grateful for all of you who say, oh, I like your accent, your voice is beautiful. Thank you, but it's not my voice. And for 2 years I've been doing this, and I'm accepting that I'll probably have this my whole life. And I miss who I used to be. Have compassion. Nobody, you don't know what is everything happening in somebody's life. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for loving me. Big hugs.